Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. I wanted to make a quick video today, so I didn't even clean up the desk, but whatever. There's this idea that the Amazon dumps stop and start and stop and start again, and maybe they're over, maybe they won't come back, and maybe WOTC's learned its lesson, and if we could quibble over what is a dump, so many dollars below some threshold or compared to some historical price or something like that. But I've got some data here that we're going to go over. So buckle up, Craig's got data. And I'm going to show you that the dumps have never stopped. The dumps have basically been continuous for months now. And I don't think they're going to stop. I think the dumps instead, they ebb and flow. Products are added, products are removed, prices are tinkered with. But the dumps have been continuous and they will continue. In fact, WOTC is seeing it at the top and bottom lines of magic revenue and magic profit. And so the dumps will continue because basically the players keep buying everything. The collectors, the investors also keep buying everything. And so what WOTC is seeing is what they are doing is working. And I think the dumps will just go on. But let's get into the data. So we have to go all the way back to Black Friday of 2022, and of course that was the infamous time when we saw the $70 Crimson Vow collector boxes on Amazon and just other ridiculous deals of the time. And some would claim that that was the end of the dumps. That was it. They're all done since then. On December 14th, I posted on the community tab of my YouTube channel that there were Dominaria United collector boxes for $154. Now, my threshold for what a dump is can a small card store go buy it cheaper from Amazon than they could from their own distributors? And that's where WOTC really introduces a lot of sickness into the market, a lot of friction and turmoil that the market will eventually have to suffer through and clean up. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So when WOTC does this, it builds up this sickness economically that has to be worked through and atoned for at some point. And so December 14th, Dominaria collector boxes for $154, where the wholesale is $188. Now, all these prices I'm going to give for the Amazon prices, these assume you're a dumb business owner and you do not have a Amazon Prime business credit card with 5% back. Okay, so you're doing it really bad and you're replenishing your card store from Amazon because they're cheaper than your distributor, but then you're not bothering to get another 5% off with a Prime business card. The next day, December 15th, up on my community tab on YouTube, I put Dominaria collector boxes still $154 instead of $188 wholesale. Strixhaven Draft, $84 compared to $95, which is the wholesale price of a standard box. Strixhaven Set, $92 compared to wholesale of $102. Crimson Vow Collector, $115 compared to wholesale of $188. Now, the collector boxes, the older ones especially, we can, again, differ about the exact what we count as a wholesale price. Originally, the wholesale price of those collector boxes was $173 because they predated the price increases during the summer of 22. And after the price increases, the wholesale was about $188. Of course, obvious the caveats that wholesale pricing, my benchmarks for wholesale pricing are squishy numbers. It can vary a little. There's lots involved. I've explained that a lot of times before. Same day, still on December 15th, Baldur's Gate collector boxes, $143 on Amazon compared to $231 wholesale. Zendikar Rising Draft, $81 compared to the then current $95 wholesale price for a standard draft box. A couple days later, December 19th, on my community tab, I put up Dominaria Collectors, $153, so they tinkered the price down, $1, again compared to $188 wholesale. Baldur's Gate Collectors, $140, so $3 less than it was a couple days before. And again, that compares to the $231 wholesale. Crimson Vow, $115 on Amazon compared to $188. Strixhaven Draft, $84 compared to $95. Strixhaven Set, $92 compared to $102. Zendikar Rising Draft, $80 compared to $95 for a standard draft box at wholesale. On December 29th, 30th, 31st, they were doing a bunch of dumps. I mentioned them in the Friday sealed deals on December 30th, and I put links in the description of that video. I didn't list prices and I didn't talk to prices on the video, so I did not capture the historical data of those prices, only that the products particularly being dumped those days were Strixhaven Set, Strixhaven Draft, and Zendikar Rising Draft. Now, fast forward to February 7th, I put on my community tab Zendikar Rising Draft, $84 compared to, again, $95 for a standard draft box. Strixhaven Set on February 8th, $87. February 20th, Strixhaven Draft, $77.50. $77.50 for Strixhaven Draft on February 20th. And if you were a card store and you bought that while it was in print, before the price increases, you were paying $84. If you're a card store today, still stuck with that inventory that is rotated out of standard and you're trying to move it and not lose money, here is WOTC undercutting you on Amazon at $77.50. So, not a lot of good enough dumps that I've posted them on the community tab since February 20th. But I went and I just looked on Amazon today. I went and I did a search for Magic Booster Box on Amazon. And I just scrolled through and I compared to, what's my current price memory of what these boxes cost at wholesale. And I just made a list. So which ones right now, as I'm recording this video on Sunday afternoon, could you go on Amazon, and if you were a card store and not even smart enough to have an Amazon Prime business card and get 5% back, could you still buy cheaper than you could buy it at your distributor today? Midnight Hunt Draft, $95 compared to $95 at distribution. So it's the same price, but at distribution you're going to pay some credit card fee, some potentially shipping fee, and you're not going to be eligible to get that 5% additional off from an Amazon Prime business card. So when they're equal price between the Amazon dribble, if you don't want to call this one a dump, when they're equal price, they're actually still a much better deal from Amazon, and it's still undercutting the distribution network. Strixhaven Set, 100 compared to 102. Streets Draft, 92 compared to 95, and that's still standard legal. Baldur's Gate collector boxes, right now today, 163 compared to 231 wholesale. Crimson Vow Collectors, 145 compared to 188. Crimson Vow Draft, 91 compared to 95. Dominaria United Collector Boxes, 188, the same as wholesale today. But again, if you have your Business Prime credit card, you get another 5% off. Adventures in the Forgotten Realms Collectors, 133 compared to 188. Midnight Hunt Collectors, 144 compared to 188. And Streets Collector Boxes, 135 compared to 188. The dumps have never stopped. The dumps have been ongoing since Black Friday and before. The dumps have only changed what products are being dumped day to day, what price they are being dumped at, and how many products are being dumped. And again, I just normally monitor booster boxes. I don't even day to day, week to week, I typically don't even look at commander decks and bundles and all the other junk that WOTC dumps up there on Amazon. I just look at the booster boxes. So mostly I just keep track of draft set and collector boxes that are being dumped on Amazon, and it has never stopped. It has never stopped, and it is not going to stop. And here we are, February, 24th, 25th, something like that. And we have 5 weeks left in the financial quarter. And we have Dominaria United and Brothers War, both expansions, set boxes, draft boxes, and collector boxes on TCG Player at prices that after shipping and aftermarket fees are a losing proposition for small card stores. That means they're backing up at distribution, they're backing up at WOTC's warehouse, and the dumps of those will be added in, not to mention that Dominaria United collector boxes have been getting dumped for 2.5 months now. The dumps have never stopped, they're ongoing, they have been for months, and it will not cease because WOTC is being told financially, they're being told by players, collectors, and investors that everything is fine, what they're doing is great, the numbers don't lie, the data are the data. That's all I can say, guys. So if this kind of stuff is useful to you, if you think it brings you $4 of value a month, consider joining me on Patreon. You get information like this earlier, you get buy notices when I find great dumps that I want you to be able to wallow in. So comment down below if I'm crazy, if I'm getting it wrong, if there's something I don't understand. Reach out, let me know. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot, guys. Join the Patreon.